Welcome to my channel, The Night Coder, where people can learn about computers and how to program. This video is special because it is my very first YouTube video. Thanks for joining me and enjoy. Linux is an operating system, similar to the Windows operating system that many of you are probably used to and don't even realize it. What is an operating system, you ask? Great question. The definition of an operating system is the software that supports a computer's basic functions, such as scheduling tasks, executing applications, and controlling devices. In other words, it's the software that is being executed on the computer when you are using it and don't even realize it. If you want to learn more about what an operating system is, I have included links below to a couple of great videos that explain operating systems in better detail. I will be discussing the Linux operating system, or OS, in this video because Linux is the most common OS used by programmers. There are many flavors or distributions of Linux out there. Some examples are Ubuntu, Fedora, SUSE, Alpine, and many, many more. There are almost 600 flavors of Linux out there. I will be using the CentOS flavor of Linux, which is the free version of Red Hat. If you would like to follow along with my video series, plan to download the CentOS operating system. Understand that the CentOS that you will be downloading is almost 5 gigabytes. So make sure you have enough space on your computer while you are downloading it. And know that it might take a while to download. I have included a link to the CentOS download page in the comments below. Now we've talked about the operating system that I will be using, let's talk about the environment that I will be teaching from. I will be using a MacBook, but you might be saying, wait, a MacBook doesn't use the Linux operating system. And you're right, it uses an OS called Mac OS X. What's cool though is that we can download a piece of software called VirtualBox that allows us to run one operating system inside of another. It's called a hypervisor. The hypervisor is purely software that acts like a computer running inside a real computer. This way I can run the CentOS operating system inside of my OS X operating system running on my MacBook. This setup works really well because now I can continue to use the MacBook as my primary computer and load whatever operating system I want into my VirtualBox software, in this case CentOS. And you can do the same. You are very likely using a Windows or Mac as well. Using VirtualBox, you can do what I am doing and run Linux inside of your computer without having to go out and buy a new computer just to run Linux on. I will post a link below within the comments where you can download VirtualBox. The download can be for either the Windows or Mac OS that you are using. Unfortunately, VirtualBox does not work on Chromebook. Start up the VirtualBox software, select New. Just follow along as I move through the installation. we can continue now that we have the physical computer, Mac or Windows machine that you are typing on, the hypervisor, which is the VirtualBox software acting as a digital computer running inside of our physical computer, and the operating system that will be running inside of the hypervisor. That is CentOS. So let's set up our Linux environment now. Click root password and select the password. I'm just gonna use the word password in all lowercase. Enter that twice and click on done. You might have to click on done twice because the password that we entered is very weak. Go ahead and use a different password if you want, but be sure to write it down. Select user creation and create your first user. Give it your full name and then give it a password. Here again, I'm just going to use the password in all lowercase. I suggest you use a different password. But be sure to write down the username and password. Click done, which you might have to click twice again.
Also say make this user administrator.
Be sure to make this user administrator. Now you can see all the packages to get installed. This will take a while, so I'm going to stop the video and come back after it's done. Now that the installation is complete, we have a virtual machine running inside of the software VirtualBox, which is running in my actual real computer. We just installed Linux for free without the need to buy a real computer to install it on. And that's it. Now we have our Linux operating system loaded and ready for us to use it for the rest of the video series. That's all I have for tonight. Thanks for joining me on the Night Coder.